Hold on. Sorry about that. It was muted. Welcome back, Slackers. Coming at you live and in color. That's what I was doing with my hands. But another episode of, well, it's your host, Lawrence from the Slackercast. This is the first episode of the OnlybatFans playlist we have on our channel, sort of a sub-channel. Glad you guys could tune in. So let's go ahead and get started into today's topic. So as you can see from the title, it's going to be about the first viewing of the Batman trailer from Batman 2022 playing next year. It's supposed to be this year, but COVID messed up all that. So I have yet to see it. I've been so bogged down with this whole pandemic thing and just not really into, I guess you could say I'm fatigued a bit from superheroes, man. So I kind of had to give it a pause for a little bit. So I have been out of it. I don't know what's good in theaters, what's not good. It feels like I've been under a rock, honestly. Just been working and, a lot of stuff with the channel. Watching a lot of old stuff for the lists we've been doing. We've become a list channel somehow, but never mind that. So I'm getting back into it, trying to figure out what's what. And I want to view the Batman trailer and see if it's up to snuff. What are we getting ready for? What are we getting ourselves into? Is this going to be, what's going on with it? I haven't heard any news. No one's really been talking about it. Star Wars is done and gone. People have complained and got that out of their system and accepted the fact that Star Wars is probably not coming back. So let's move on to the next thing. We're in Marvel Phase 4. I've heard people complaining about that. No one liked WandaVision. I don't hear anyone talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier, Snowman, I call him. But basically, what has been going on with superheroes? Is there anything to be excited for? DC's already kind of fucked up with the whole Snyder Cut versions. People liked it. Some people didn't. But moving forward, Matt Reeves, the Batman, Robert Pattinson. Let's figure out what's going on. Will we like it or will we not? So let's go ahead and view that. Pull up the trailer and let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right. I hope I don't get flagged or nothing, man. That's the only thing. I'm going to try to pause in between so we don't get copyright strikes. Did I share audio? Can we hear that? What the fuck is this? Oh, totally digging it. No more lies. I'm guessing that's Gordon. I like that guy from the Bond films. He's good in everything he's in. Digging this Nirvana music. Okay. Oh shit, the Riddler. Oh, dude. Oh man, I like him. What the fuck? Who was that? I don't know. People were giving that guy shit, but I dig him as Batman. I'm gonna go ahead and pause right here and comment. I totally love the suit. I thought I would hate it, but it reminds me of Daredevil's mask. But I was having some kind of issues with that. I was like, I don't know, man. But I actually like Robert Pattinson in the suit. That was a big thing I was worried about. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited, man. Let's see. Let's continue forward. Okay, who is he? Can't. Oh, holy shit. What? Oh, and the Batmobile is sick. It finally looks like a car again. I was tired of it looking like a fucking tank. Oh, man. Hold on. What's this? Oh man, I didn't know who the actual villain was going to be, but I guess it's officially Riddler now. I'm sorry, guys. I've been like, I don't know, like held hostage somewhere. I don't know where I've been for the past 2 years. It feels like I feel like this is old news, but this is my first time seeing it, and I'm impressed. I'm excited. Bringing the Riddler back. Will he do a better job than Jim Carrey? We'll have to wait and see. Uh, it's crazy. Daniel Shine. I like Pattinson's post. Hold on. Try to highlight that. I like Pattinson's post Twilight work, but he does look a little like Hot Topic Batman. Yeah, people were saying that, but I mean, we've never really had young Batman. You know what I mean? Like we never had whatever age he is. I think he's like in his 30s, 32, something like that. You know, they've always been kind of older. Like Michael Keaton's was even kind of, late 30s, early 40s kind of work. So I'm excited to see a younger, more leaner looking Batman. He doesn't have to be jacked. I didn't actually like the Ben Affleck Batman. I guess they were going for the Dark Knight Returns comics, which I get, the kind of stockier, kind of short looking Batman. I don't dig it because I like him flipping around and agile and, the more, I guess you can call it comic kind of version looking one. But, you know, let's see what Billy Bean has to say. The Batmobile looks kind of like a Baja trophy trick. Um, I don't know. Some people said it looked like something from Fast and Furious, like it looked like a muscle car. But the point is I like the fact that it looks like a car and it's not like military repurposed stuff. The Batman stuff was cool because it was always his own designs. It was Bruce Wayne's things, not hand me overs from, Area 51 or something. Let's see what Dan says. I don't mind a younger version. He's probably not much younger than Keaton was in '89 film. Probably. I don't know. Keaton was I don't know, man. Did you think he was buff? Like, did you really think he could do the combat stuff? I seen him in that one scene where he's kind of upside down, swinging back and forth, and we saw him with his shirt off. But I don't know. I can see what you mean though. But I'm excited, man. I've like you said, I like Pattinson's post Twilight stuff. He's really stepped his game up. He was in the Rover, I believe, with I think it was a guy, I forget his last name. It was the guy who was in Iron Man 3 as his rival in that movie. He's a great actor. He's from Memento. But if you guys check that out, Pattinson is really and in Tenet. I loved him in Tenet, but moving on from that, let's see. I have an article pulled up I want to get into. It's from CBR.com. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. I need to learn some of these, little article sort of internet blog sites to figure out who's who. But this is from CBR. We got, I don't know if you guys can see that. The writer is Barney Watts, and it's article saying that this came out a week ago, so this is fairly new Batman news. But the 3 characters rumored to appear, and the 7 that are confirmed. Wait, how many people are going to be in here? Oh, 7 characters. I'm thinking villains. So this is 7 characters and 3 characters that are rumored to appear. Let's see. It's one of the most anticipated films of 2022. The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, with yet another reincarnation of the Dark Knight. Fans can't wait to see what's in store in Gotham this time around. As with most modern-day superhero flicks, The Batman is set to have a massive star-studded cast, some of whom have had their roles announced already. Yeah, I saw Gordon, I saw Catwoman, I heard that news. And, of course, Pattinson is Batman. And, let's see, Paul Dano as the Riddler. I don't know. I always see that here's a picture of him now. I don't know. I like it. It's like Zodiac-like. They didn't go for the old school Frank Gorshin type, with the PJs. I dug that too because I'm a '90s guy. I grew up with Jim Carrey as Riddler, but it was time to update. It was time to reinvent, and I like it. I like what it looks like. I kind of like it. They went for like a Unabomber kind of mad terrorist type guy. A little like what they did with the Joker in Dark Knight. Everyone's kind of post 9/11-ish, but we'll see. Continuing with the article. As with most modern-day superhero flicks, The Batman is set to have a massive star-studded cast. Okay, we read that already. From fan-favorite villains to completely new characters never seen before. I wonder who they're talking about. Even in the comics, there are plenty of exciting charters for fans to get excited about, other than Robert Pattinson's lead role as the billionaire vigilante Bruce Wayne. Confirmed Paul Dano's Riddler. And he's the main antagonist, which is what I'm excited about. It's not like a side role or he's partnered with somebody, or he might be, but it looks like he's the main focus. So I'm glad that they were able to reboot him and give him some justice. I like the Jim Carrey Riddler. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was pretty good as it, but not everyone agreed. So see, Paul Dano will play the antagonist who starts a killing spree across Gotham, having previously played brilliant and scary characters in Prisoners, There Will Be Blood, and 12 Years a Slave, just to name a few. Paul Dano is an excellent actor. There Will Be Blood was one of my top favorite films of all time, and it's because of his chemistry with Daniel Day-Lewis, and that is just brilliant. And he plays like those weaselly kind of sneak fuck types that I like. So he's a good villain. Let's see, another Batman villain, the Penguin, played by Colin Farrell. I didn't know this was Colin Farrell. Holy crap. What happened to him? How did they make Colin Farrell ugly? Are we talking about the same Colin Farrell who played Bullseye? This looks like a whole different human being. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. Let's see. Once again, DC has managed to get a great actor to go up against Batman in the upcoming movie, with Colin Farrell previously known for roles in The Gentleman, The Bruges, and The Lobster. Known also by his real name, Oswald Cobblepot, Penguin won't be experienced. Mob leader fans have been previously as confirmed by director Matt Reeves. I feel like this is not the same Colin Farrell. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying the wrong guy here. I'll see you in the chats. Hold on. From the trailer footage, Colin Farrell looks completely unrecognizable as the Penguin, and given Farrell's great acting ability, fans can expect a great and convincing nemesis for Batman in what Farrell teased was a really beautiful, dark, moving strip. So it's not going to be just a Riddler. So I was wrong. It's going to be a team-up thing again with both of those guys kind of stealing scenes from each other, probably, vying for screen time. We'll see how that works. I never personally liked it when they had multiple villains like that. I kind of like it to focus on just the one, so we get more out of them. You know, like they did with Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. I love that because it just focused in on what made him him, and just focused on that guy's performance. Alfred Molina, I believe. Another confirmed is Zoe Kravitz, and she made it on someone's list last night. If y'all tuned in for the hot chicks list, she was on there, and I had my reservations at first when I heard it, but when I seen her face, I was like, she could be a good Catwoman. She's got the cheekbones. You could see the mask on her, and Halle Berry played it anyway. So I mean, can't get any worse than that. So Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman. Well, they're asking, will she be an ally, enemy, or even lover? See, that's the problem with Catwoman, is you never know what you're going to get. So I'm excited with that one. Hope they don't go the Michelle Pfeiffer route. I'm not even sure what you would call that. That was, was she with him, against him? You know. Another interesting character that's set to be heavily involved in the upcoming Batman film is Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, played by Big Little Lies star Zoe Kravitz. Once again, very little information has been released about her role in the film, and it's especially puzzling with a character like Catwoman. Yes, I just said that. You never know what you're going to get with a Catwoman, good, bad, or in between. In the DC comics, Selena Kyle is regularly crossed over between hero and villain, whilst also having a spell as Batman's lover. Some set photos have teased her working with some big criminal bosses, while others have shown her riding motorcycles with Batman, so her motives remain up in the air. Number 7, rumored. Holy crap. Will Joaquin Phoenix's Joker crossover with Batman? What do y'all think of that? Would that be cool, or would that even make sense? He would have to be older, wouldn't he? Because he was already kind of old when he saw Bruce Wayne in this film as a kid. And this is going to take place, 20 years later? So he would be like a 60-year-old dude by then. But they can go with an older Joker. I can see him doing that, pulling it off. Ever since it was announced that there would be a new Batman, and with the incredibly successful and popular Joker from 2019, fans have been speculating about a future crossover in this new dark DC universe. Todd Phillips' Joker and Matt Reeves' The Batman were both made as standalone films, seemingly in a completely different and separate universe to DCEU, which begs the question of whether those two could eventually cross over. So long as it's not the Jared Leto Joker, I think I'd be fine. I think they need to move on from that whole Zack Snyder debacle. Again, I know some of you guys liked it. I was not a fan. I didn't think they captured the essence of DC, but story for another day. But I did like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I like the direction they went with him. It was a breath of fresh air from the Heath Ledger style. You know, we couldn't do that forever. We had to try something new. And I thought it was different, unique, and something we hadn't seen before. So both appear to be equally dark and gritty. And since the Joker is the most iconic Batman villain, it seems like a missed opportunity if Robert Pattinson's Batman ever gets to square up against a chaotic villain, even if it's just a cameo teasing a future conflict. I think they could do something like that, like an end credits type Marvel style thing, makes an appearance for future installments. 6, confirmed. Commissioner Gordon, and I was right. This guy is Gordon, and I think he's a good pick, man. Like I said, I've seen him in like everything he's in. He always plays like these kind of character roles like this, where he's like the guy that's kind of in the background. He's always working for somebody, I notice, or always working with somebody. He's always got a plan, like he knows more than everyone else. So I can see him as Gordon. I think that could work out. He was I'm trying to think. He was in Westworld, I know, and he played a good second fiddle to Anthony Hopkins. So we've had Gary Oldman, J.K. Simmons, and more play the iconic detective. This is a crying shame, the J.K. Simmons debacle. That was such a waste. And I heard that dude like pumped up in the gym and got so psyched for that role to have like 2 seconds in a Zack Snyder movie. So sorry. Sorry to you, J.K. And more play the iconic detective, but now it is Jeffrey Wright's turn. That's his name, Jeffrey Wright, who is fresh off the back of his role. Fresh off the back of his role in TV show Westworld. Sounds like a great fit to play the police commissioner. However, unlike the previous two iterations of the character, Jeffrey Wright's Gordon will not begin the movie as a commissioner, despite his working relationship with Batman himself. Wait a minute. Neither did Gary Oldman. In Batman Begins, he didn't start off as commissioner. Okay, so this adds a new spin in the movie and potentially a plot line where he rebels against the rest of the police force to help the vigilantes. Because that's exactly what that is verbatim what Gary Oldman did in Batman Begins. He rebelled against Commissioner Loeb, teamed up with the Batman, helped him escape the asylum. Okay, let's go continue. This is rumored, but they need to jump on this. This was a wasted performance from this guy who was training, and they were going to have him, Joe Manganiello, whatever his name is. This is Deathstroke. I'm sorry, like this right here is exactly what a Deathstroke should look like. So he would have been perfect. A wasted opportunity from Zack Snyder, who didn't utilize him before he got the axe. It may not even been his fault. Warner Brothers just didn't come through with and follow through with their plans, and so they had to reboot everything. But he better be in there. This guy he looks great. I'm looking at him now. I'm like, this is Deathstroke. Robert Pattinson took over as the Batman. DC was planning to make a standalone Ben Affleck Batman movie, and the main villain for that was going to be Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke. While the plans have completely changed, there could still be a slim chance of the mercenary turning up. I mean, I hope so. In fact, his small cameo in the post-credit scene of Justice League, yeah, that's where I had seen him in, and I was like, why did you guys drop the ball on that? Where he met with Lex Luthor to discuss plans to form a league of villains. Might have hinted towards his appearance in the upcoming Batman movie. That would have been great, man. Alfred Pennyworth. I don't know what it is with this guy, but who said he needed to be a hero all of a sudden? He's great as villains. I don't know how he'll work as Alfred Pennyworth. I guess because he's British, that's the only qualification you need to be Alfred. But this guy can act, so I'm not doubting him. It's just I like him as a villain. He was like born, like even right now, he's a bad guy. I don't know what clip this is from. This is obviously not from the Batman. I think this is from Black Panther. But this dude is obviously he's one of those guys that just needs to be bad. I don't know why they would ask him to be Alfred, but let's see. One of the most iconic and memorable parts of Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy was Michael Caine's charming performance as Alfred Pennyworth. It was so good that it seems almost impossible to replace him, but with an interesting casting of Andy Serkis, the Batman might be going down a different direction with his character. Now, they left out the Jeremy Irons performance as Alfred, but it's neither here nor there. The former Lord of the Rings and Planet of the Apes actor is a lot younger than Michael Caine, and with hints of his former SAS agent past being explored. See, I like that because maybe they're going to go for that more, active duty Alfred instead of just the Ask Jeeves version where he's actually in the field helping Batman. And let's see, Andy Serkis is Alfred might actually work together with confirmed John. This dude is great. I can't believe they asked him to play Carmine Falcone. I can't see anyone else besides, of course, the guy who played him in Batman Begins was just spot on. I love that guy. I didn't know he was British till after the fact, but he's a great actor. Tom Wilkinson, that's his name. Another familiar face from the Batman franchise has joined the cast once again with John Turturro. Now, I hope they don't do like they did in Transformers, where he's just a goofball and he's just kind of there for laughs. Of course he is. I mean, it's John Turturro, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see what he does as a mob boss, especially Carmine Falcone. Let's see. Yeah, this is basically stuff I said. Tom Wilkinson played him in Batman Begins, but other than that small part, Falcone hasn't been explored in too much detail on screen now. That is a good point. They can go into depth of, kind of save him throughout the series if they plan on making this for future installments and making him a bigger player. Perhaps Matt Reeves is planning on giving John Turturro, who's known for previous roles in Monk, Transformers, and The Big Lebowski. That's what I remembered him from. Some more screen time in his version of Batman, but given the large cast, it looks like a small part might be in store once again. Number 2, coming down to the wire. Court of Owls. Yes, I did see this, and they have to do this, man. It was too big of a storyline in the comics to ignore, to not put up on screen. So we're finally going to get the Court of Owls in the Batman movie. I hope so. This is just rumored, guys, not confirmed. One incredibly complex and dangerous group of villains that haven't really been on screen is the Court of Owls. The Count of Owls is what he put down. Idiot. The Court of Owls. But Robert Pattinson's Batman trilogy could be the perfect opportunity to introduce them. The rich and powerful underground society pulls the strings behind almost all of the crime in Gotham. That's pretty cool. Given the detective-like storyline we can expect to see in the film, it feels like Bruce Wayne and company could potentially run into them while uncovering the corruption in Gotham. In fact, there was even an image of an owl on Riddler's first riddle from the trailer. Could this be hinting at the Court of Owls? Of course it is. Confirmed. Jamie Lawson is expected to play a completely unknown character called Bella Real. Okay. Why was that number 1? Why did you even need to mention this? We would have just found out in the film. What? I don't understand. Like, this should have been reserved for characters we knew only. Okay, but upcoming actress Jamie Lawson, I have no clue who that is. I need to, I guess, update my Netflix or something. Is entering the Batman universe is Bella Real, who, apart from being a mayoral candidate, fans know nothing about. You ain't lying. Bella doesn't even exist in the comics, so this could either be a brand new character created by Matt Reeves, or, and perhaps even more exciting, she could be hiding her real alias as a future Batman villain. Why are y'all lying? You know this was actually added in by Matt Reeves, who said they needed fill a quota, I guess, but no one is judging. We're just who is she? I guess we have to find out. Either way, we can't wait to see who she turns out to be, and we're sure she'll do a great job, especially given her performance in 2020's Farewell Armor, which I haven't seen. I need to, I guess. Anyone in the comments has seen Farewell Armor, please let me know, or even know who Jamie Lawson is. Maybe we're got something in store with her upcoming role as Michelle Obama in The First Lady. Okay, that's it, guys. So I don't know. This, like I said, I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this. I haven't heard a lot of buzz. I think we're all fatigued, man. I feel like superhero fatigue has gotten us. I'm going to stop sharing that. I don't know. My thoughts. Let me get this off the screen. Sorry, Dan. But I enjoyed Alfred from the Gotham series. Yeah, he was good. I liked him. It'll be Vin Diesel. Yeah, the car did remind me of that. That's what I was thinking. Fast and Furious returns. They could do a crossover. Joker is a standalone story. After Heath Ledger, they have to bring in a powerhouse for Joker, and Phoenix isn't it. Ooh, harsh words. I don't blame you. I mean, it's hard to fill those shoes, man. Heath Ledger, we'll never get anything like that. That was one of those once in a lifetime, can't be outdone, redone type of affairs. It's tragedy. But honestly, is it the end? Does that mean that no one can do Jokers? No. I mean, Mark Hamill, in my opinion, is the Joker. Only thing stopping him or holding him back is the fact that it's not live action. That's the only thing that kind of hurts him in the Joker rankings, if you will. But my Joker was always Mark Hamill. And, if there's anyone who can do, there's other guys is what I'm trying to get at. There's, whether it's voice-wise, acting-wise. But again, Heath Ledger was just once in a lifetime. So I hear you. I never know who any of the current stars are until there's another fappening. That's what I'm waiting on, man. I'm trying to see if you never really know until we get something like that, and then they get their little 4 seconds of fame or shame, if you will. And then that's the end of it. But like Jennifer Lawrence had her little moment. But other than that, I don't know, guys. But I'm excited. Again, huge Batman fan. I know you guys all are. That's why you tuned in. So we're just trying to see where we stand as of now. I think this releases sometime, I don't know if it's early next year or it's going to be like July of next year or June, something like that. The summer of next year. But I don't know, guys. The reason why I have not been on my P's and Q's with this as a certified Batman fan is because DC has been, I know I've wanted to get excited for all their stuff, man, but they've been dropping balls, man. They don't know what's going on over there. Bringing people in, firing people, rebooting this guy, canceling that one. I mean, Suicide Squad is being remade, not even called Suicide Squad Part 2 or nothing, just the Suicide Squad. As if we're too stupid to remember that they made one already. No, that doesn't count. If you bought that one, if you saw it in theaters, forget about it. Mind wipe yourself. This is the real one. We were just kidding the first time is what they're saying. And it shouldn't be like that. It used to be you got one shot to do this. And then if you messed up on your first shot, you were gone for like 10 years. You had to wait 10 years. You went to timeout, and then you couldn't come back to play until another director came out and did something, proved himself. You had one shot. Ask Joel Schumacher. He had one shot, dropped the ball, canceled the whole franchise for like a decade. And another guy came in and did it. Tim Burton came in. They didn't like the black stuff coming out of the Penguin's mouth. McDonald's said they couldn't sell the toys. He got the boot. You know what I'm saying? And this is Tim Burton we're talking about. So I don't know how I feel about the current state of superhero movies, directors, what have you. I feel like they were given a little bit too much leeway and, I don't know, able to reboot within the next year. How many Jokers do we have? How many Batmans are we now having? I thought Ben Affleck has not even been in a standalone Batman movie, and yet here's Robert Pattinson around the corner. So the fans are getting a little bit tired, man. I think a lot of people are getting kind of like, been here, done that. But maybe this is the one. Maybe Robert Pattinson is the one to save us from this. So we got to see what he does. And that will be my thoughts on that until next time. So glad you guys can tune in. This was not a long stream. It's a little 30-minute. I'm glad you can join me. Billy Bean, Big Crack Rock. Daniel Shine, was happy to see you in here, brother. And let's see what Billy Bean has to say. We can have another Joker, but we need a specific energy. Ledger was a dark person, so he played his characters dark. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head with that. We can have other Jokers, you're right, but it has to be their own energy. You have to bring something to the table, dude. It can't just be I'm wearing the makeup, so therefore I am. Before I am Joker. No, you got to kind of, what are you bringing to the table? So that's going to conclude it. I'm going to add the you guys saw the plugin in the beginning for Sovereign, which is an apparel shop. Head over there, use the promo code SLACKOFF. You get, I believe, 25% off on all merchandise from them. Hoodies, sweatshirts, jackets, tees. And, they're helping us out. So got to give them a shout out. I will be with Jay the Stingray tonight on his show. I believe he's got a stream going on. We're going to review The Shocker. Shout out to him. Can't wait to see him. Billy Bean says, yes, don't be someone else's Joker. Exactly. Don't be someone else's Joker. Leto is a douche, and therefore so is his Joker. Leto's a great actor, though. I don't know how he is as a person, but I don't think that was his fault, man. I know he gets a lot of flack, but I do think that a lot of his scenes were cut, man. He didn't get a fair shake. But is that our problem? No, because we can only judge what we saw. That's our job as fans. And what we saw, whether it was 10 minutes, 10 hours, we didn't like it. So that's the end of that. But every week I will be posting this. The OnlybatFans, which is a play on OnlyFans accounts, but OnlybatFans accounts. That's where I got the idea for that. but there won't be any nudity. Sorry. This is a Wednesday program at 9:30. He did push it too hard, Billy Bean. But I want to thank you guys again. I'm going to head out of here, get ready for Jay the Stingray show. Tune in for that if you can. I believe it starts at 11. Reviewing The Shocker, commentary on that. Wes Craven's The Shocker. So until next time, slack off.